Okay, well, I guess this is me going live for the first time ever on YouTube. Hello to anyone who might be watching this right now. I have been promising myself to do some live streaming for so long. My channel on YouTube has been around for, I think it's been 14 and a half years now. And I keep promising myself that I'm going to do more content on here. And then I don't know, it's one of my blocks, my creative blocks, but I'm here right now just testing things out really, just trying to see what is available. Today's podcasting day. I have managed to get something caught in my chair. Let me sort that out quickly. There we go. I'm having a podcasting day, so I've had session 1 this morning already and I've got a little break between them. So I thought while I was here, while everything's set up, the camera's on and charged, the riverside that I'm streaming through, it's all set up, I thought I would get on here and actually create some content. I've got some images that I might have a little go at editing. I also need to work out how to actually tell people that I'm here. So let me see. Oh, I have a share link. Right. I am gonna pop a little thing up on my socials. Gosh. It's so weird doing this all live. I feel like I have to watch what I'm saying as well. Right, photo. Perfect. Officially going live on my first YouTube live stream. Come hang out with me so I'm less lonely. Right, let's check this up. Put that at the top, grab a link, chuck that on, paste, watch live on YouTube. I hope that gets to the point where this is all really natural. I can just talk over the top of it as well, but here we go. Right, watch live on YouTube. Pop the link on. And send. Right, well hopefully some people might find out that I'm here. But yeah, hello anyone who is watching. So nice to have you here. I do seem to have the chat function available as well, so if you did want to drop me some comments, feel free to. I'm going to try and work out how to share my screen as well. Let's have a little look-see. Share. Entire screen. Let's go with screen 2. There we go. Let's hide that. And I think, yeah, there we go. So I can be in my little corner and I will crack on with some editing. So these photos, by the way, I shot as part of Fujifilm's Fujikina London event last summer. I did edit a few of these for socials, but you can kind of see that they're 9:16 because I did them specifically to go up quickly on socials, but I never actually got around to like fully doing an edit on these. So I picked out a few. Oh, let's have a look. There we go. And then just pick up the ones I started as 5. So these were the ones that I was going to work on. And then I'm just going to put these back to a normal crop rather than 16:9. I might actually have them. I think I might just have to recrop these. So let's go with 4:3. Let's try a 3:2. They were, I think, shot in 3:2. Yeah, original. See a little bit more space. There we go. Right, let's just convert all of these. Right, it's worked better on some of the others, so let's just go in and give these a little. That's a bit better. Yeah, these have been sat on my list to come back to for ages. So the model in these is Dee Dee Derriere, incredible international burlesque performer. And she brought a couple of costumes for us to try on the day. It was a live photography workshop, so you could come in. I think it was about 10 people. I think it was 10 in the session. So you could have a go at shooting we had the Fujifilm GFX 100 series that people could try out, and Dee Dee was modelling for us on the day. It's a really fun session actually. I don't shoot much in the studios anymore. I tend to shoot more on location, so it was actually great for me as well to try out some of my studio skills, because it had definitely been a while. Okay. I always find that feather fans really throw off the aspect ratio of trying to crop people. There we go. Maybe let's try it over a little bit more. I actually quite like that as it is. How does it look if we go bigger? Love that fan at the top. Just a touch. Here we go. Just a touch dark. There we go. Perfect. And then a couple of these are a little bit too dark at the bottom, so let's see what this mask is doing first. Perfect. Sync that across all of them. Actually, that one could go in a bit with the masking. In fact, that's probably why there isn't one there. Let's have another go. Develop mask. I feel like I just managed to delete that. Let's have a look. Delete. I did, that's why. Synchronize settings. Right, let's try this one again. Let's go to there. Sync these across. And bring that mask along. Way better. Way better. Okay, so let's check where these have landed. Just bring that one out a bit more. But I might bring that one in a bit. Might leave that one there. It feels a little bit dark. Okay. Yeah, and then let's add a ingredient. Just want it up a little bit. Too much. There we go. Hello to people who've just joined. I can see 2 people in there watching at the moment. You were the first 2 people to ever join my live stream, so thank you so much for being here. I am currently editing away on some pictures that I took last year at Fujifilm's Fujikina, and I did a quick edit of these back in the day to get them out quickly online, but I never actually got around to doing like a full edit, so I'm just working on them today in Lightroom. So this is me just cracking on with some of that. They are shot in a studio, which I haven't really shot in for ages. Most of the stuff I do these days is online. So yeah, it's nice to be doing something a little bit different today. Right, let's grab mask 2 and synchronize that across as well. So I'm just lightening up the floor a bit. Merge. Just because the feet before were really, really dark. I can probably do with a little bit more lightning. Sorry about that. Same with this one. Just so we can see some of the detailing in the feet. Problem with black shoes shooting on a black backdrop, they do tend to disappear a little bit. And that one as well. Perfect. Right. Amazing, pretty happy with those. How are we doing on skin tone? And kind of keep them as warm as possible. So I'll probably leave them as they are. Right, I'm gonna take one of these through into Photoshop. Here, edit in. Okay, let's clear that so it doesn't pop up. Right, let's see what we're working with here. A few little marks on the floor to clean up. I'm going to go in my healing brush. This was a fabric background rather than one of the paper ones, and I definitely prefer the fabric ones to some of the Colorama. I always find with Colorama they get like really dirty and dusty, and the holes in them appear far quicker than I would like. Will I be doing any workshops in future? Do you know, I don't currently have any planned. Nothing this year at the moment. No specific reason. I just decided to, I guess, have a little break from them. I haven't stopped doing them altogether. I've just taken just a little breather on them. I think just to sort of see what the reaction would be for if I didn't have one for a while, maybe. But yeah, the mosquito one is a specific favourite of mine as well. I really, really love that one. We did them at, or we do them, I should say, at the de Havilland Museum in St Albans, and it's such a great venue. We're so lucky to have all of that access to the planes. How are you, by the way? How are you doing? Let's get a few more of these creases out. Let's try a little bit of edit and content where fill and see what that does. you know what, the other thing about having this texture on the floor is that it doesn't have to be quite as perfect texture-wise as it would be with something else. There we go. Right. Amazing. Got a couple of marks over here as well. It's not too bad actually. And then let's see if I can just get a crease or two out of this fabric. It's going to make too much of a difference. It's nicer without it there. Just a couple. It's a bit better. I might do the rest with Dodge and Burn actually. Considering how the rest of it is barely creased at all, just that little bit's really showing. Okay. Soften that off just a little bit more. Bit better. And then let's run it through. So I've been using the Retouch For Me plugins. There's a heal one, which is great actually for getting rid of sort of generic sort of bruises, blemishes, spots. Not that I think we have any to deal with on this one actually. It's removing a few of the gemstones as well. No, it's not actually adding anything to this one, it's just removing some sparkle. So then let's run it through Dodge and Burn as well. So what I love about this is it actually takes out, it's like, hang on, let me show you. Let me just show you. It's easier to show you than it is to say it. So it's the Dodge and Burn process, but it actually does a lot of it for you. So sometimes it's a little bit strong. I do have to knock this back, but you can sort of see, especially just on the highlights and sort of more around the jawline as well, does actually take away some of that sort of heavier light. I do find it's a little bit too strong, so I normally knock it back, depending on the image, sort of 80, 70. You might also have done some, it's left most of the chartreuse alone, just a touch here. That's about it, but yeah, I'll soften that one up and then I'll do the rest by hand. Now retired. Oh, congratulations on retiring. That sounds amazing. Oh, where are you going for your wildlife trip as well? Yeah, retouching over the winter when the weather's miserable is absolutely a shout. It's much easier to motivate yourself to get through your editing list when you don't have to worry about the missing out on nice things outside, hey? I've been cracking through my to-do list. I had a few bits sort of left over that I've been working through. Actually, that reminds me, I still actually have to send a couple of things today as well. I was working on some sort of older edits, got them all done, and then I've just realised I never actually pressed the send on the folder, so I will do that this afternoon. what are you doing with your retirement? Obviously, you've got some shoots booked in. Are you leaning into any other hobbies? Are you getting through that to-do list of things you kept promising yourself that you would do? There's just a tiny bit there that looks like it might have been the edge of a bruise, and we'll just soften around this knee as well. I don't want to go too heavy. Fishnets are notoriously hard to edit, and once you start, you can't stop. Oh, Iceland is, well, Iceland and Scotland are two of my absolute favourite places. There is nothing quite like Iceland. I mean, Scotland is probably the closest to, like, and vice versa. But their landscapes out there are absolutely fantastic. I was lucky enough to go to Iceland. Oh gosh, when was it? I can't even remember what year it was. I want to say it was like 2017, 2018, maybe 2019, like pre-COVID-ish times. It was quite a while ago. And I got to do a workshop out there. It was Wacom and sort of Photoshop, Lightroom's photography, retouching, training base. So yeah, I was out there doing that for a while, like 3 days, maybe 3 days, 4 days. And then I happened to bump into another photographer friend of mine who was out and happened to be passing me. So we went out and did a late photography session. We were lucky enough to catch the Northern Lights. I was not prepared at all though. I had turned up, I did have like a winter coat, like a ski jacket, but I had not come prepared for being out all night in freezing Iceland. I couldn't even tell you what time of year it was. Enough that they definitely had night, so I'm gonna guess it was sort of like either like spring-ish maybe. But yeah, freezing but beautiful weather. We stayed out all night and chased the auroras and had the best time. I definitely didn't come with the right equipment to do so, because I'd had a UV filter on the front of my lens, which normally you can't see it, but on that particular photo shoot and obviously doing long exposures, you can see the it's almost got like concentric circles on it from where it was going through the UV and picking up on some of the texture of the lens, or the filtered lens I should say. So yeah, they're beautiful photos, but you can definitely, if you view them at any specific size, you can 100% see that they they have these concentric circles on them. So yeah, I love them. I've never really done much with them, mostly for that reason, because I'm just so frustrated with myself. But hey, sometimes you have to just try these things to know, right? And I'd literally never photographed the aurora before. Plus, I guess I hadn't really considered that I would get the opportunity to do it, because I didn't have a car out there while I was staying very much in the centre of Reykjavik, so it wasn't something that I had planned to be able to do. But yeah, next time would love to go. Is there any specific wildlife that you're looking to photograph? I hear they've got excellent whales in Iceland. Is it puffins as well? Yeah, curating photo collections. I've inherited a couple of collections actually. I've got a few. There's some of my stuff from when I was a kid. Some of that's been digitized, partly by me, mostly by other members of the family. And then my grandparents had a pretty nifty stash of them as well. So I've inherited a couple of those, and then as relatives have sort of passed over the years, there's been a few that I've restored for the memorial services. So it's actually really nice going through them and sort of seeing either like parts of people that you didn't really know, especially like grandparents and things where, you know, you weren't around when they were living their prime years. But yeah, I really love going through them. Digitizing is it's a labor of love, isn't it? You've got to want to do it, but actually there's some really, really fun memories to discover if you've got the time to do it. All right, let's just do a little quick dodge and burn again on this one. Okay, bit of soft light. Let's do that, and then I'm gonna mask that. Why won't you let me do it on just the mask? Let's go back. There we go. I'm just going to brush that in over the face, so I've only got it on the bit that I want, otherwise I'm going to end up with really flat looking fabric. And then there's another one in here. So Retouch Me also have portrait volumes. Pop that one over. And this one, you can see it kind of like finds the contours. So it's just going to give me a little lift on the legs, a little bit of contour on the hands as well, and help bring the face out a bit as well. So let's check that one on. Definitely gives it that little bit more depth, doesn't it? So I'm going to knock that one down as well. Sort of 70%, I reckon. Yes. Happy with that, maybe 60. Perfect. And then I'm just going to soften because you've got quite a hefty wig line there as well. Soften this up. Saw puffins in Wales. Oh, amazing. I believe I've never seen a whale in real life, only sort of like, you know, the TV vibe ones. I would love to see one. Yeah, prepare with 5 layers of trousers and yeah. It is absolutely freezing at night. It's so worth it though. I also wonder what it's like at different times of the year in terms of whether or not it's easier to do, because like sometimes in the year they actually have incredibly long evenings, sort of like nights, and sometimes they've like barely any evenings at all. And I mean, I'm a night owl anyway, so it's definitely easier for me to do that. But getting up, especially if I was to do a sunrise shoot, I mean, it's hard work. I promised myself in my 40 before 40 challenge that I would do more getting up at sunrise. And I did manage it quite early, actually. It was one of the first ones that I ticked off the list. However, it was purely coincidental that I happened to see the sunrise. It wasn't like a get up and start day early. I just hadn't been able to sleep that well and just thought, you know what, it's time to get up. Let's do that instead. So yeah, I can't say that it was a planned decision to get up. Yeah, otters are great as well. I got to see some otters, not my last Japan trip, the trip before. They are the most beautiful creatures, and they make such cute noises as well. I think I'm just an animal lover, like, regardless really. Throw an animal my way and I'll be happy. I keep hoping that the cat distribution system will come and find me. It has not as yet. All right, let's see, try and blend this wig back in a little bit more. It's not blending out well, is it? Let's get this bit there. And bring that line in. Let's try it with some dodge and burn, see if we can do it that way. January sunrise is about 9:30 and sunset is about 3. Gosh, that's a short day. Yeah, but a very long twilight. You're right, very long twilight. I mean, I suppose if, depending on what animals and sort of wildlife spotting you're doing, I can imagine actually that might be really handy for birds, maybe. I think when I was there, I want to say, it started getting light around 4. I think we got back at like 5:30, 6-ish, and it was definitely sort of, well, it was definitely daylight by the time we got back around 6, I would say. And I got, I think, an hour's sleep before I had to get up and then go sort of to a presentation. So yeah, it was a very, very short-lived napping session. But yeah, it's one of those experiences where you only get the opportunity to really do something like that once in a lifetime. I'm like, well, I can sleep tomorrow. I can sleep tomorrow, it's fine. It's this bit that's really, oh, that's better. Right. Yeah, it's feeling better. It's just too hard a line. Lace front wigs look incredible in real life, but every so often a camera just picks them up and they're really, really hard lines. It feels like it's a lot better than it was. Right. Let's have a look. Before, after. Oh. Yeah, perfect. Right. And save. Back into Lightroom. Happy days. One extra image ticked off the to-do list. Right, I'm going to have to head because I've got more podcast episodes to record. But thank you for joining me for my first ever live stream. It's actually been fun. I'm not as nervous as I thought it would be. But yeah, I'm going to try and commit to doing these a bit more often. Some of them I'll do retouching. Maybe we can have some photography chats at other points and just live chats. So yeah, I'll be on. I'll try and announce them on my channels rather than the impromptu nature of this one. And hopefully I will see some of you soon. Have a great day.